Welcome back to another video on the Football Zone, and today we're doing something different. We are building our FPL team for the 2021-22 Premier League season. We're going to try and do this weekly uploads, just go through the squads, see what's changed, what's kept the same, what we've done well, what we've done badly, and things like that. So yeah, should be a weekly upload, and our goal for this season is to reach the top 10k in the world. Will be a challenge, but hopefully we can do it. So let's get straight into it. Starting off with and we have gone for Sanchez from Brighton. Now the reason we've gone for him, it may feel like a bit of a left field choice, but yeah, Brighton, we saw last season, they quite like to keep clean sheets, concede less goals than they score. So yeah, we've gone for them, for him in goal, and obviously he plays a lot and he's one of the cheapest keepers to do so. So all around I do think it makes sense. Antonio Rudiger is one of our four defenders. Obviously we went for him because he does like a header goal. He chips in with a few goals here and there, which is exactly what you want from your centre-back. Chelsea as well, you also expect to keep quite a few clean sheets, so it just seems like a logical choice. And for our other centre-back, it's Harry Maguire as well. It's kind of what we've gone for him. Obviously Slabhead loves a header goal, so hopefully United will be taking advantage of those set pieces this season, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team, being a top 4 team, I hope they'll be tight at the back. Kostas Tsimikas, maybe a bit of a surprise inclusion, but for me he's quite a logical inclusion. We're expecting him to play more this season with Andy Robertson suffering an injury, and at £4 million he's a very cheap option, and being a Liverpool side which hopefully will keep a lot of clean sheets, he does seem quite logical. Final defender, we've gone for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's an interesting one, obviously part of the United defence like Harry Maguire, and he seems to have the number of over Alex Telles at left back, so hopefully he'll play quite a lot in a United side which is quite solid at the back. And as we saw in the Euros, he does occasionally chip on with goals and plenty more assists too from set pieces, so it should be good. At centre midfield, we've gone for Georginio. Georginio, he's had a great year obviously, and I think he'll add a lot to an FPL team this year, because obviously we know how good he is at penalties. We saw that in the Super Cup the other day, just less penalties like the one in the Euros final, please. Mo Salah, he's an obvious choice really, isn't he? What can you say about him? He's just brilliant every single season he's been at Liverpool, and yeah, you'd be very surprised if he has a bad season this year. You can see him chipping in with lots of goals and hopefully winning a few penalties too. Our captain for this week, we've gone for Kai Havertz. Yeah, Kai Havertz is an interesting one. Obviously he missed that penalty in the Super League final, but I'm still backing him to be full of confidence after the year he's had, and obviously he'll chip in with a few goals too, you'd expect, and assists for maybe the likes of Lukaku. And we've gone for him as captain. Yeah, just so it's something different to Mo Salah. Got quite an easy game this week, and most people have expected us to pick Salah, but we've gone for something different and gone for King Kai Havertz. Next up we've gone for Son. Son, yeah, I think he could play a really important role in the Tottenham side, even more important than the last few seasons. Obviously it looks likely that Harry Kane will be leaving the club, so Son could well be the main asset for Tottenham this season, meaning he'll be relied on more, so may take a bite this weekend against Man City for long-term gain for the rest of the season. Bruno Fernandes is the next player in our midfield. Obviously I think he'll be an obvious choice for many FPL players. I know lots of people like to call him Fernandes of rival clubs, so obviously hoping he'll chip in with some penalties and obviously assists as well. And out front we've gone for Ivan Toney. Toney's an interesting one. I think lots of people will have him in their team just because of how cheap he is, and we saw how prolific he was in the Championship last season. Obviously it's a big step up, but when you score that many goals, I'm pretty sure you can bounce back. Moving on to substitutes now, and in goal we've gone for Ward. Yeah, this just seems like a logical option. He's relatively cheap, and it's unlikely that we'll see Sanchez at Brighton getting dropped, so obviously he won't be used. So yeah, kind of just a cheap stopgap to allow us to get best players in the actual team. As a defender on the bench, we've gone for Vladimir Kufal. I think this one just makes a lot of sense. He obviously plays a lot, so when a defender gets dropped, and he's quite cheap as well. So yeah, on the whole, this just makes sense, and the West Ham defence was rather solid last season. For a striker, we've gone for Adam Armstrong. Obviously Southampton's newest signing signing from Blackburn. And yeah, I'm not sure if he'll play this weekend, but on the long run, I imagine he'll play quite a lot alongside Che Adams, and he will probably nip in with a goal or two as well. Finally, we've gone for Prisha Watford as our final sub. Obviously, we've already got Armstrong. This is kind of just another cheap option, really. We know he's probably not going to play too much, but if he does, he could be useful. But he is unlikely to get swapped in, and Armstrong would be the better option. Our team for match week 1. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, what you would change, what you would improve, and of course we will be back next week to check in for our team ahead of game week 2 and review how game week 1 went. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow on to us, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.